Tony Khan confirms that Ring of Honor television tapings will begin next week and reveals the date for Ring of Honor television beginning on Honor Club. Jay White seemingly says goodbye to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Tony Khan says that MJF is difficult to work with. Jeff Jarrett's status for tonight's edition of Dynamite amid his father's passing has been revealed. Dax Harwood shoots on legitimate real-life heat with the new AEW World Tag Team Champions, The Guns. Hikaru Shida is currently dealing with an injury. Miro and Conan clashed on Twitter, and Thunder Rosa reveals she has officially joined the Spanish language commentary team. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of AEW / Ring of Honor. And let's start off talking about Ring of Honor television finally being announced, finally being confirmed. There had been rumors about dates for tapings, but we've got both things announced today. Not only television tapings, but also an official date in which Ring of Honor television will begin airing on Honor Club. Tony Khan has now confirmed the dates for the first set of Ring of Honor television tapings under his banner since Khan announced he was the new owner of Ring of Honor in March 2022. The promotion has only held pay-per-view events, but that's about to change with ROH TV set to make its return on the Honor Club platform. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful had previously reported that an ROH television taping was scheduled for the last weekend of February. Speaking on Busted Open Radio today, Khan confirmed that the tapings will take place in Orlando, Florida on February 25th and February 26th. Noting that we'll learn more about it on Dynamite, Khan said that he's, quote, excited to talk more about it on Dynamite around the Mark Briscoe and Josh Woods match. While Khan hasn't confirmed any stars for the taping, several notable names were recently pulled from an indie event on that weekend, leading to speculation that they'll be in Orlando at the end of the month. Khan also recently revealed his crossover philosophy when it came to Ring of Honor and AEW, which was quite interesting. We touched on that previously, but in addition to announcing the dates and the location for the tapings, of course, as I mentioned, February 25th and February 26th at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. In a follow-up interview with Sports Illustrated, Khan has revealed that the new Ring of Honor television show will begin airing on Thursday, March 2nd on the Honor Club streaming service. He said, quote, Ring of Honor TV is coming Thursday, March 2nd on Honor Club. We'll have our first tapings on February 25th and 26th at Universal Studios in Orlando, and we're going to put tickets on sale for the inaugural taping on Thursday. Those will be the first ever tapings of the new Ring of Honor. We also have the library on the Honor Club with 20 years of matches. All the Briscoes FTR matches are available, including Final Battle from December, and those matches are going to stand the test of time in wrestling. Ring of Honor has a tremendous history, and we have been able to introduce it with a further reach across the world this past year, and I'm excited to finally introduce weekly Ring of Honor shows. AEW's next pay-per-view event, Revolution, is set to take place on March 5th, just 3 days after the launch of Ring of Honor's new television show. Of course, they've also got that Supercard of Honor event that is scheduled for WrestleMania weekend as well. But certainly interesting that we now finally have a date, time, and place for when Honor Club is going to start launching or streaming that weekly television series. I still don't think it's the outcome that Tony Khan wanted. He did shop it around. He didn't go outside of the Warner Bros. Discovery Network out of respect for his business partners. However, I don't think when he purchased Ring of Honor, it was in his mindset that it was going to be a weekly television show taped that was going to be airing on Honor Club. But for now, that's indeed what it is. Now, one of the biggest, upcoming free agents in professional wrestling may be Jay White, and Switchblade has seemingly confirmed reports of a New Japan Pro Wrestling exit, sharing several photos from his farewell match against Hikuleo, along with the caption, Peace, #Switchblade era. White has been reminiscing over his New Japan career over the past week or so, posting several photos and videos from his 8-year journey with a promotion that began in January 2015. The talk of White leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling picked up steam after the Switchblade lost a loser leaves Japan match against Hikuleo at New Japan's New Beginnings event in Osaka this past weekend. Subsequently, White assured New Japan fans he wasn't quite finished with the company in his backstage presser following the match, leading to speculation of the wrestler moving permanently to New Japan Strong, a weekly show featuring wrestlers from New Japan's North American subsidiary. Quote, I'm not done there yet, White said of his move to New Japan's American show. I may be done there in Japan, but New Japan Strong, Daddy is coming home. Jay White versus Eddie Kingston is one of the top matches for this Saturday's Battle in the Valley event in San Jose, California, which could be headlined by Mercedes Moné versus IWGP Women's Champion Kairi, but it's unlikely that's going to happen. According to reports, the actual main event for the show is going to be Kazuchika Okada versus defending his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship on the show against Hiroshi Tanahashi. As of this recording, it's unknown if White could continue wrestling for New Japan Strong or if a move to a rival promotion such as WWE or AEW is on the cards upon shifting his attention to wrestling in the United States. According to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, WWE officials are confident in landing the services of White, but the Kiwi wrestler joining the world's biggest wrestling promotion is, quote, hardly guaranteed at this point. The report quoted other WWE sources who are saying that the possibility of White joining WWE is, quote, being kept very quiet at the moment. Of course, though, with WrestleMania on the horizon and traditionally big surprises, debuts and returns happening on the Raw after WrestleMania, Jay White, that could be the perfect time and place for him to make his WWE debut. Tony Khan has commented on how difficult it is to work with AEW World Champion MJF. AEW President Tony Khan has praised MJF for being a great wrestler, but has stated that he is very hard to work with. Following reports that MJF was legitimately unhappy about his AEW contract, MJF cut a work shoot promo on the June 1st, 2022 edition of Dynamite, ending with him daring Tony Khan to fire him. MJF was not seen again until All Out that September, where he won the Casino ladder match to earn a shot at the AEW World title. Following this, it was announced that MJF had signed a new contract for more money, but not for any additional time, so that it would still expire in 2024, which is disputed, or certainly speculated to be disputed by some. MJF, who won the AEW World title at Full Gear last year, is now set to defend his gold against Bryan Danielson in a 60-minute Iron Man match at the upcoming Revolution pay-per-view. Speaking on K&C Masterpiece, Tony Khan praised both MJF and Danielson's in-ring skills. Also discussing MJF's unlikability, he said, quote, he's one of the most dislikable people there is. He elicits that emotion for a lot of people. He has a very challenging personality and very hard to work with, but he's a great professional wrestler. We saw it last week, that incredible match to kick off Championship Fight Night on Dynamite. MJF is a great wrestler. He showed it out there one-on-one against Takeshita. It'll be the ultimate test for a champion, for a pro wrestler on March 5th at Revolution. In the main event, a 60-minute Iron Man match where MJF goes one-on-one with the greatest technical wrestler in the world, maybe the greatest technical wrestler of all time, the American Dragon Bryan Danielson. MJF, if you don't like him, get ready to see him get put through the ultimate test of punishment. We'll see what kind of wrestler and champion he is, knowing as a fan you're going to see Bryan Danielson wrestle for 60 minutes. What a treat. Of course, AEW Revolution will emanate from the Chase Center in San Francisco, California on Saturday, March 5th. Obviously, really sad news about legendary wrestling promoter Jerry Jarrett last night passing away, and it had led to some people questioning what Jeff Jarrett's status would be for Dynamite tonight on TBS. Of course, the wrestling world lost another member of the wrestling family last night when legendary wrestling promoter Jerry Jarrett passed away aged 80. Jarrett passed away on Tuesday, February 14 after a battle with esophageal cancer. Jarrett co-founded TNA Wrestling, now Impact Wrestling, alongside his son, current AEW star Jeff Jarrett, back in 2002 following Jerry's departure from the wrestling business in the mid-90s. Jarrett is set to be in action tonight on AEW Dynamite, where he will team with Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt to face the acclaimed Billy Gunn and AEW All-Atlantic champion Orange Cassidy. Many fans were wondering if Jarrett would still be in action, as advertised following his father's passing. But per Tony Khan on Busted Open Radio, he is set to still be in action. Khan confirmed that Jarrett is in Laredo, Texas ahead of tonight's show, that he wants to wrestle and push forward. Khan also said that Jarrett's decision was brave and courageous, and that AEW would have respected whatever decision Jarrett made about tonight. Khan said that he could talk for hours about the influence Memphis wrestling had on him, and that much of what he learned about the wrestling business was from the Jarrett family. Of course, condolences, thoughts and prayers go out to the Jarrett family, and thoughts go out to everyone involved at this time. Dax Howard has spoken about legitimately not getting along with the Guns. AEW star Dax Howard made an intriguing comment when sharing his thoughts on the Guns' AEW World Tag Team Championship victory. On the February 8th edition of Dynamite, Austin and Colton Gunn defeated The Acclaim to win the gold. The title change was met with "this is bullshit" chants inside the arena and criticism online. This was notably the Guns' first match since defeating FTR on the December 21st Dynamite show. Speaking on his FTR podcast, Dax Howard shared his honest thoughts about the Guns, pointing out that the duo can get a major reaction from the crowds, indicating that he legitimately doesn't get along with the duo. Howard said, quote, "They are guys who study the craft and try to be better. They're also a couple of guys who made it to the top because of who their father is. They never had to be in the trenches, or they never had to travel to these little shitty towns to make a buck or get seen. All they know is AEW or national television wrestling. With that, they may not think it, they may not be doing it on purpose, but with that, they think everything should be catered to them. Personally, we have different thoughts and ideologies, and that's okay. You're not going to get along with everyone. I will say there aren't too many acts in wrestling that people absolutely despise. They despise these guys. They get the arse boy chants. When they won the tag bouts, the people were mad. When you think about what wrestling is, you want people to be mad or to feel a certain way. They felt a certain way about that title change. Who knows what's going to happen in the future or where the story is going. There has been a story to this. There has been a year-long story that I wish people would stop and think, oh, you're right. There is a backstory and a long history. It's another chapter in the story. Congratulations to them, their first ever tag team championships. I look forward to seeing what the Arse Boys and Acclaimed do next. Of course, Howard and Wheeler, FTR, are currently taking time off while they consider their futures ahead of their AEW contracts expiring in April amid possibility they could return to WWE if you believe the tease on Howard's Twitter account this week. Hikaru Shida is currently dealing with an injury, which would explain why we haven't seen her wrestling as much recently. Hikaru Shida hasn't wrestled since January 1st when she competed at Wave Nami 1 in Japan. She hasn't wrestled in AEW since the January 2 edition of AEW Dark Elevation, which was actually taped on December 28. Shida has been part of AEW television in a storyline with Saraya and Toni Storm, last appearing on the January 18 episode of Dynamite. During a recent game stream, the former AEW Women's World Champion was asked when she would be back on AEW TV. Shida said, quote, "I'm going to the show this week. To be honest, I have a little injury in my finger. It's all right. I'm good. I can play game. It's all right. Maybe soon I can wrestle." It's unknown when Shida will return to the ring following this minor injury, or when she'll be back on AEW television for that matter. The AEW star was passed over by Saraya as a potential tag team partner, with Toni Storm being chosen for a tag team match against AEW Women's World Champion Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. During the match, Shida tossed her kendo stick into the ring, with Baker using it to gain the victory for her side. Her alliance with Saraya and Toni Storm is in question, with their recent heel turn and comments directed at the homegrown stars of the company's women's division. The storyline will continue when Storm faces Britt Baker and Ruby Soho in a three-way match on the February 15 edition of Dynamite, that being tonight, live on TBS. This has been an interesting back and forth on Twitter, certainly. Beef on social media, who would have thought it? With AAA and AEW's relationship going through a bit of a rough patch right now, AAA booker Conan has seemingly come up with a strategy to mend fences, go to AEW Dark tapings to speak to AEW management, and criticize Konosuke Takeshita for doing an Eddie Guerrero tribute on Dynamite last week. Well, the latter didn't go over very well, leading to many being critical of Conan, including Takeshita's co-worker, the seldom seen Miro. While it took a little while, Conan eventually became aware of Miro's tweet during the evening on Valentine's Day, and as one would expect, he had a response for the Redeemer, repeating in his earlier stance that his criticism of Takeshita was actually just a joke. It was made in jest. Quote, "It was a joke. Can't believe you got worked," Conan tweeted, "like I'm actually going to be mad. It's sarcasm. Listen to the show instead of being an echo chamber. Hashtag Rube." After sleeping on it, Miro responded to Conan early on Wednesday morning, and while he didn't say one way or another he believed Conan's explanation, Miro made sure the Lucha Libre legend knew one thing about Miro's previous comments. "I wasn't joking," Miro tweeted. As of this recording, Conan has yet to offer a response back to Miro that would not be shocking if the situation were ultimately addressed in one of the many upcoming episodes of the former's podcast, Keeping It 100 with Conan. Ah, yes, the easy, "I was just joking. I didn't mean it." What a clever excuse Conan used there. Finally, Thunder Rosa, she looks to make her return to the ring. She's going to be doing more commentary on AEW programming. As previously reported, former AEW Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa has been out with a back injury since August 2022. Rosa recently returned to All Elite Wrestling and joined the Spanish commentary team on the February 8 episode of AEW Dynamite. On Tuesday, the injured AEW star posted on Twitter that she was joining the company as a Spanish commentator and on-screen personality. She tweeted, quote, "Exciting news, AEW fans. While my recovery continues, I'll join AEW as a Spanish commentator and on-screen personality. I'm thrilled to be able to serve Spanish-speaking fans in this unique way. Health is a journey with ups and downs. Meanwhile, I'll see you from the booth." Thunder Rosa also recently revealed that she's taking acting classes and wants to get better at promos so she can be featured on television more often. She isn't just stopping at acting either. She also said she is taking singing classes and hopes to show the world that she is multi-talented. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select recently reported that Rosa is still not ready for an in-ring return as of yet. However, the Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer has pointed to February or March for her return to the squared circle. Given that it's already halfway through February, over halfway through February, it doesn't look like we're still any closer to seeing her return to the ring. Of course, if we get any more details on that, we'll let you know. So there you go, guys. This latest AEW news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Let me know your thoughts on today's AEW news stories in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.